Hi Flosstube, this is Sharon, Magnolia Nana. It is Saturday, May 26th, Memorial Day weekend here in the United States. Summer is here in Texas, hot, hot, hot. Next week we are supposed to be in the triple digits. So I wanted to be here today to say hello and catch you up on my Stitch Mania and how that went, and any other life stories, and we'll visit for a short while. Mania for me was a fun experience, but totally unlike anything I had planned. I had my list of each project that I was going to do, one every other day, and I only made it through 2 or 3 of the projects on my list before I spent several days on one particular project and then had a new start. The rest of the whips never came out to play. So Mania for me was by my own rules, I guess. And if I choose to do it next year, I guess those plans might be made to be broken. But I'm laughing because it was a lot of fun, but it was not what I had told you that I was going to do or what I had written on my paper that I was going to do. Let me show you the few whips that I did get to, and then we'll talk about the ones that I spent a long time on, and then my new start. I hope your Mania, if you participated, was lots of fun, and that you got as much done as you had hoped. And it's fun to think about it and plan, and then to get our stitching out no matter what happens. Coffee Quaker was the first one on my list, and it did come out. Life was pretty busy with work and family commitments, but I got one motif completely finished at the bottom here. Let's see if you can see that. It was a lot of fun. Took those 2 nights after work to get that in properly. One of these days, this will be framed, hanging in my kitchen. I hope sooner rather than later, but no promises. For those of you who might be new, this is my blue conversion of Coffee Quaker. One of my videos does tell the colors that I chose. They were all DMC. And I also have those colors on, I believe, an Instagram post, Magnolia Nana. It was a comment that I made for someone. But you'll remember how much I love this buttery linen. And it's one that I want to take back to my needlework store and find out the name and color of this, because it is beautiful, beautiful fabric to work on. I think that's part of the reason the blue conversion worked, was because the fabric was so wonderful. The second 2 days, I chose to pull out this whip by Heritage Crafts, the 2 Westies trying to get the letter into the British mailbox. And again, 2 nights work on this little piece. I ended up having to do some frogging. Well, where? Oh, here it is. Some frogging on the letterbox. I had miscounted and put a few stitches back in. And then I spent most of the time on this beautiful tree sky combination. A little bit on the yellow that you see, which is the light streaming in. And since this is not a very large piece, there is hope that it will be finished sooner rather than later. The width is only this much here. We have gotten the whole width finished. So you can see that it's not too huge. And I still love this piece very much. Now that the letterbox is correct, I should be able to get that one done soon. The bad boy of the list was my long dog sampler, Dankworth. I pulled this out, so excited to be able to work on it, and there was a huge counting error, so it got put in timeout. I don't know when I'm going to feel like ripping this. So the part that you see where I thought I had made some good progress on the flower pot in the middle, all of that is miscounted. every bit of it. And I didn't discover it until I was over here about to put this flower in. So I just put it away. It's on the tiny, tiny linen, and I was doing 1/2. I believe this is 38 count. I do so want this piece done, but I was not in the mood for frustration. So I will sit down again one day and figure out where I need to frog, and I guess start this part over. I do think maybe that night I put in some more border just to get something done. But if I'm not mistaken, the whole outline of the flower pot and this, maybe this flower, there's just something off. Thankfully, the unicorn is okay. I would have cried had the unicorn been wrong. So not much progress on Dankworth. Yes, we did just finish that border. I still love the piece, but I was not up for the frustration, and I know you understand that. If this is our relaxation, we don't always feel like frogging. So the piece that stole my heart and my attention was one of my Riolis kits, which I had purchased when they had the big sale, those hedgehogs. And my daughter had started her kit and was sending me pictures of her progress. And one night we just agreed that I would start mine. It must have been the 7th day of Maynia. I said, why not? Well, this little hedgehog and his little mushroom were hard to put down, no matter how tired I was. And this does not look like a lot of progress, but it was a lot of stitching. Do you see those adorable little eyes and the little nose? So that's the hedgehog's face coming up. This is his little mushroom. And of course, then this is the green and brown part of the mushroom under him. And then the foliage. It was just such relaxing, fun stitching. And the more I did, the more of the hedgehog came to view. So that's what I spent probably 4, maybe 5 days on. It doesn't look like much work for that amount of time, but that's what I did. And he's a lot of fun. This may take a while, but just a great project. And I realize now that I have left my apples somewhere. Where are my Riolis apples? Let me check this bag. Oh yes, goodness. No, that's not. Maybe here, I hope. I wanted you to see the progress on those. Well, no, they're not here. I'll have to look for those and bring them out for the next video, because those were the ones that I worked on the next few days of Maynia, and I got a lot of progress on those apples. Where in the world are those apples? That's so weird. The new start, other than the Riolis hedgehogs, is a kit that my husband ordered from eBay. He was looking for something else that we had talked about and didn't find that. But this is a beautiful design by Landmark Enterprises called the London Connection. And this particular one is St. Paul's Cathedral. I hope you can see that picture. Now, we have never been to London, so we haven't seen St. Paul's Cathedral, but our daughter and her husband and our son have been on separate trips to London, and both had wonderful times. The son who went spent a week there and visited St. Paul's multiple times for evensong and other services. And so something just told me to start this kit for that particular son and have it framed for him as a special remembrance of that trip. This piece has gone to work with me, and every lunch I eat my sandwich as quickly as I can so that I can get to the stitching on St. Paul's. What I have mostly done is the sky, because it is mindless, beautifully mindless stitching. And I want you to see, this is also on 14 count Aida, but a very soft Zweigert Aida. But can you see that what I am doing is the sky, and then the cloud is left as a space on the Aida. And then last night I began the tower or the steeple of St. Paul's here. So this week, all week, I have been working on the blue sky and then, of course, the beginning of the building. Maybe at this stage of craziness here, this has been a very relaxing piece. And I love the way she sets up her kits. Apparently her husband is a photographer, and she has designed many historic patterns from his photographs. But in the kit, you receive, of course, the graph and the DMC color numbers. Excuse me, that's stuck. But you also receive a little thread card. Guys, I am so disorganized. I apologize. Which has your threads separated and labeled. So you can see why I enjoyed being able to pull this out and begin it right away. So you see how she has those organized and labeled. Is that upside down? So sorry. So ready to go, I'm telling you. Beautiful DMC, well organized, easy to start. Only this many colors. So this one will definitely be a finish for that particular sun. Then we decided that our baby elephants will be framed by the baby's daddy. We hope he won't mind doing that work. He does a beautiful job when he can. And so we are going to shop for a frame for that. That precious daughter and her baby are with us now in between military moves. And so we have had fun talking about what we want to do to finish baby elephants, but framing one out. So we will choose a frame very soon and have that ready for Daddy when he gets back so that he can fix that for the new nursery for the grandson. So let's see, what have I forgotten other than my Riolis apples? I will pull those out to show you first thing next time. I did a lot of work on those as well. It was another relaxed stitching that did not require too much focus or brain power. I think for me now, it's going to be stitch what is calling and what is relaxing, and then bring in the challenging pieces when things are a little quieter. Too much going on all day to sit down at night and deal with a struggle with my stitching, but enjoying catching your videos when I can and looking at your photographs on Instagram. Please stay in touch. If you are new, please subscribe. Check out Magnolia Nana on Instagram and share with me what you're doing. And stay cool this holiday weekend. Stay safe. More very soon. Thank you for watching.